Hey Debbie,
Hey Jamal, funny
how's it
meeting
going?
you here.
Again, yes. This seems to be our meeting spot, so it's great.
I know. Okay, all right. So I have another random thought for you.
Okay,
I was just watching the replay of 90 Day Fiance the other way,
okay, yeah,
and I was watching the Britney and Yazin debacle.
hmm
And we've been saying for the longest time that this is fake, blah 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 blah. But I want you to tell me, how do you spot a fake storyline? Like there has to be like red flags that you see before I pick it up.
got it. Okay, so why do I look at things? I go by the first three episodes most of the time. Like that's when you get the most information about the characters. So taking Brittany and Yazin, for me, it was kind of obvious to a point, but I didn't know until I got certain pieces of information. So, for example, I think it was like the first or second episode, Brittany said she's used to dating wealthy men. It's like, okay, Yazin is not wealthy.
Right.
And then when she added in, she was like dating older, wealthy men. I'm like, okay, Yazin doesn't appear to be older or wealthy. So this doesn't make sense here. Like, it's completely opposite of what you generally go for. So that's like two big red flags right there.
Right.
Then you have to take into account where she's going to Jordan, which is a Muslim country. It's like, well, you really don't fit that mold, and your
Yeah.
personality doesn't seem like it would mesh really well. So,
Mhm.
why are you going? So, that's three big red flags. For me, three big red flags that contradict each other, like the information contradicts. It's fake because it just doesn't make sense. You have to look for things to make sense. That all the information should make sense when put together, and the information I just gave you, they don't fit. So,
Yeah.
and you can see it as it goes, like her being over the top, her not wanting to make any changes at all, her being completely defiant, her not wanting to accept what he wants from her. She wants everything her way. So, oh yeah, that one was really, really obvious.
See, and I was looking at other things.
Okay,
Like
what were you looking at?
I was looking at the confessionals
Okay,
where, like, remember that it was early on in the season and she said she went to the lawyer in Florida.
right,
And basically, her stories weren't meshing up. So it took me a bit longer. But she said that, she hadn't filed or she forgot to
right.
file for
Mm-hmm.
divorce.
She forgot
And
she was
that,
married.
yes, and that her husband got deported. And so she just forgot about it. But then later on in the series, she was filing in Chicago, which I thought she filed in Florida. And then she went into the courthouse in Chicago because she got called back from Jordan for for her case coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But she went in, no paperwork,
Right,
and came out with paperwork saying that none of her paperwork was filed. But how
right,
did you get a case called if none of your paperwork was filed on the docket?
right,
And then she was in Florida, or between Chicago and Florida, for about 3 months
right.
while her divorce went through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think she filed at all until she went to Chicago.
Right, because like, how are you filing paperwork when you forgot you were married?
Yeah,
That was the
she
killer part.
tripped herself up so much between
Mm-hmm.
her confessionals and then what they actually filmed. Like nothing with her made sense. And then there was Yazin. Like his story didn't make sense. It did not even it was almost as if these two people were perfect strangers, quite
Right,
honestly. They like, I don't even get the rationale between them actually being a couple because they don't behave like a couple. And I know that they were in Jordan. I get it.
right,
I'm not asking for like full on groping or anything like that.
right.
But to me, there was no chemistry between these two.
Mm-hmm. And
There was nothing.
Right, but the funny thing is, like, if I recall correctly, she said that she met Yazin through his sister. But
Yeah.
it turns out that Yazin has no sisters. So
Yes.
so
Zane
that's
Bailey said that.
right. Zane broke that out. And I'm like, okay. So you meet people through fictitious sisters? Oh, got it.
And again, her confessionals, where she admitted that's how they met. She was at her sister's house in Chicago, and she went
No,
upstairs
was it
to
her sister?
his sister.
Was it
No, she was visiting her
her
sister,
sister?
and his sister lived in the apartment
Apartment
upstairs.
upstairs.
And
Right.
she went to visit his sister, and his sister was doing a video call with them back home in Jordan, and she was like, "Hey," and that's how they met.
Man, it was instant.
Yes, over the video chat. It was instantly unbelievable.
Right.
Instantly unbelievable.
Exactly. So basically, what we've come up with, like, make sure you pay attention to both the storyline and the confessionals,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Yeah,
how. And when you piece it together, do both make sense? And if they don't make sense, then it's most likely a fake storyline.
yeah. You see, you can get it in 3 episodes. I need to watch longer to see where the inconsistencies are. But I
But
finally get there, you
right,
know.
no, no, what it is because you take more in account of the full circle. I was only
Mhm.
taking about the information I see on the screen and the facts there. You wait, but you take into account all the confessionals, which is I need to start doing that.
I also I also want to see like physical chemistry as well when the
Mm,
couple is together.
hmm
Like Kenny and Armando, like they've got chemistry, even though Armando is hesitant to show any sort of physical affection
Right.
because of, they're in Mexico and stuff like that.
hmm
But you still see an attraction. You
But
see a reason for their relationship, a
right,
justification.
and you could also they have the chemistry to where y'all have gotten it in a couple times at least.
Yes.
With Brittany and
And
Yasmin, it's like y'all ain't really.
well, you know what? Quite honestly, with Brittany and Yazin, I just see a monetary transaction.
Right, right.
Unfortunately, that's what comes across to me. A
Oh,
monetary contraction,
hmm
a contractual agreement.
hmm
You do A and I will fulfill B,
hmm
sign on the dotted line and in exchange of funds. Um,
Totally.
it just doesn't come across as an affectionate, loving relationship.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at
Oh my
all. Completely
God.
agree. But I like the fact that you take into account the confessionals too. I just go by what I see on the
Yes.
screen.
Yeah, no, the confessionals are really important for me because there's a lot of loopholes.
hmm
And I take a lot of my notes because usually the confessionals are alone
Right.
and they'll say something that'll contradict the other character when
hmm
they're doing their confessional alone.
Right. Makes
And
total
then
sense.
another giveaway is Kenny and Armando always did their confessionals together.
Yes.
So that
I
tells me that they're still together. Whereas the rest of this motley bunch, I have doubts about,
kind
especially.
of like Libby and Andre did most of their confessionals together. That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes total. That makes so. Jenny and Sumit did a couple together as well,
Well,
but
we
we
all
have.
know why they're in this.
I mean, we know, but at least we know they're like a legitimate,
hmm
real fake storyline where Yasmin and Brittany are just a fake storyline.
Yeah. But it is holding out hope for me for Ari and Binny
Right.
because they're doing their confessionals together.
And they're cute
Yeah.
together. I just think with her, like being in Ethiopia, away from her family, having a baby, and
Yeah.
then your man's not looking like you remember him. So that was an adjustment for her. She almost fell out on the ground. She's like,
Yeah.
"Where's the shoulder? Where's the chest? Where's the beef? Where's the dreads? Who are you?"
I know. It was a lot for
Mm,
a pregnant woman in her third trimester
right.
to take on. That was a
Yes.
lot,
Mhm.
and I did not envy her for that. But I'm glad that it's Well, I'm thinking that they're still together. I'm holding out hope that they
Right.
are still together. But yeah, Brittany and Yazin, ugh. I think we have to work together moving forward so that we figure out the fake ones quicker.
Right. I mean,
So
I
maybe
just
by the 6th episode, we've got it nailed.
yeah, I just assumed they were fake like 3 episodes in. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to like invest in you, but I'm going to hope you use this platform responsibly to push wherever you're pushing, and they just didn't do it. That just made me mad.
You hoped for a lot because I think the only thing that got pushed on their storyline was the dad's fish market.
Y'all had too much camera time to do nothing. I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, this
But
was fun.
thank you for humoring me as always with my random thoughts.
Enjoy as always. I will talk to you soon.
Bye, love.
Bye.